Guys, welcome back to Powerstroke Boys. In today's video, we're going to go ahead and install a set of Riff Raff diesel intake plenum inserts, and they are right over here. And that's what they look like. These are billet aluminum intake plenum inserts. These simply go between the intake horn, intake spider, whatever you want to call it, and the actual plenum lip. And what happens is, once you guys cinch down with these heavy duty clamps, when I originally did the T4 swap in my truck, it'll actually squish those intake plenums, the inlets, because they're such thin metal. Now these were about 70 bucks. They're kind of pricey, but they're billet aluminum. You're not going to crush these. What we have to do is we have to take the cold side off, take the intake horn out, disconnect a couple things, and these will get tapped into it. I'll show you guys what had happened originally when I tightened them down. I recently just had this all apart. That's why we're gonna go ahead and install these. I figured I'd do a video on it because I went ahead and I got rid of my hood stack. If anybody's available, the hood, the pipe for the 38R and the T4 is available. DM me on Instagram at Powerstroke Boys. We can talk. I will ship on your expense. I went ahead, a full exhaust system back in the truck. We went ahead and swapped to some Nitto 420V tires. If anybody wants my old 35, 12, 50, 20 Gladiator X-Comp all-terrains, I'll take a couple $100. They got plenty of tread. They're 10 ply. And honestly, I just like a street tire. Yeah, street tires on a light duty truck. I really don't care what you guys think. If it's a negative comment, just keep it in your mouth and zip your lip. Right, to get these intake plenums in, we have to take our intake horn out. Now you guys can do this regardless if you have a T4 or a stock turbo setup. I recommend these regardless. We need to go ahead and unplug my boost reference sensor here. This is for my glow shift gauge. So obviously if you guys don't have this, you know, don't worry about it. Took that up out of the way. Disconnect boost reference sensor. I went ahead and I loosened my cold side pipe up. Make sure you guys don't lose the nuts. You don't have to take them 100% loose, but again, each truck's a little bit different. So we need to go ahead and get this pipe out, unplug my max AC mod boost line or reference line there. Went ahead, did our clamp down there. So now we can just kind of work this back and forth, and it's probably gonna be stuck in here from just, you know, being tight so much. So oh, looks like we're coming this one piece today. And undo these clamps here. Again, mine might be a different size than yours. Mine are a 11 mil, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, they're 11 mil. Gonna go ahead and get to these back ones now. Look at that. Not as bad because I fixed them before, but you guys can see they're not supposed to look like that. This one's not so bad, but that one got pretty squished. So these, I'm gonna go ahead, take an adjustable wrench. This one's not so bad, but this one I have to straighten up some. Once we beat these inserts back in, just use a piece of 2x4 and a dead blow, and they will basically expand the actual intake plenum themselves because they're actually machined down a little bit to act like a guide. If you guys will see there, so you tap them in and it'll actually make contact. All right, you guys, there's one intake plenum insert installed. You guys will bottom it out all the way around the edge. You guys can see this one was not too bad. This one I'm a little more worried about because you guys can see it's odd line like Joe Biden's mental status. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and insert this other one in here. I'm gonna see if I can try to set the camera up on an angle, but really it's not hard. Again, I'm just using a rubber dead blow. I need to come back in here and try to get that little crease and that little pinch out with the flathead, and obviously not hitting powder coat in the turbo. But other than that, it doesn't fit too bad. Let's see if you guys can see from the back there. It doesn't fit too bad, but again, we still have some fitment issues. So, all right, you guys, you can hear the compressor running in the background. I actually had to take an air chisel with a flat attachment. I came in here and massaged it just like your mother last night. And so, yeah, it finally pushed that kink out, and now we can actually get that in there. So let's go ahead, put you guys back on the wide angle lens. That compressor will kick off here shortly, guys. Just bear with it. Oh yeah. Look how easy that just went in. There we go. And it straightened itself out. There's going to be a little kink on the outside, but yeah. And you know you'll get these all the way in because they go all the way in, obviously. But there's a lip that it sits on the top of the intake plenum. It rests on that outside, that top lip there. And then there you go. And the reason I like the Riff Raff design is because they actually go the entire depth of the intake plenum, where some are just a small insert, but these are nice, and I like how these also have that machined lip in there. Gotta wipe all that crap off, but yeah. See what it looks like from the back. There you go. You guys can see, kind of got some dents, but it pushed itself out. No problem. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this all back together. All right, you guys, that's a wrap on how to install those Riff Raff intake plenum inserts. Really quick, really easy. Even you guys saw my right one was really messed up. Took an air chisel, pushed that kink back out, or that pinch, hammered it in, no problem. So now we probably had some boost leaks there, to be quite honest with you. Everything's tightened back up. Got our clamp tight there. Intake, all that stuff's good. Everything's plugged back in. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Powerstroke Boys. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.